Hello everyone, welcome to Pro-Am Strings. I'm Henriette and in this lesson we're learning to play the CanCan. In a moment I'll go through this piece with you really slowly and I'll tell you exactly how to play it. But if you haven't already done so, before we get started, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button so you'll enable notifications. I do appreciate that very much, thank you. So here we go. Let's find the song. It's number 133 in your book and I'm going to play it at the upper half of the bow. So I'm going to start in the middle of the bow. We'll go very, very slowly. 1, 2. Well done if you kept that up with me all the while. For most people, this is a very, very challenging song. So if you find it tricky, that is totally fine. And we'll practice it again in a moment. And I'm hoping that by the end of it, you'll find it a lot easier. And it is so tricky because you've got leaps between your fingers. So the fingers sometimes, like in the first time bar, they go like a scale. So one finger at a time. But sometimes you skip a finger and you go like 1, 3, or you go A, 1 and then 2 on D. So the leaps between the notes are getting a little bit bigger. But that's okay, we'll learn it together. And I'm always there for you to catch you if you fall. Our first step that we want to take is to make sure that throughout this piece you play on the upper half of the bow. So if you have found yourself playing near here, just start it again and see if you can sort out the bowing first. That'll allow you to play with a better tone quality. When you've got that sorted, it's time to start to think about the fingers. And when I play the fingers in this piece and the fingers follow on to one another in quick succession, I'm going to keep my fingers really low above the strings. You want to try and avoid lifting your fingers up really high. So you might pretend you've got a little roof over your fingers and you're not going to hit the roof like that. So keep your fingers really close, hovering near the strings. Now let's play this again from the beginning now, and we're going to keep stopping and starting so I can tell you a few things as we go along. So we're starting in the middle on the 2 Ds and now, first of all, I'd like you to listen to this note and be aware that this doesn't fall too flat. And sometimes first fingers fall a little bit too flat. So listen to this. See if you can match that tuning. Now we're starting on this first finger and then we're going to play 3 next, isn't it? But I want you to play fingers 2 and 3 together. And you might actually get them together in the air, or I should say hovering in the air, and then come down together. So you might practice that. That's quite challenging. Fingers together. Can you see? I'm sort of strapping my fingers together and they both come down together. So let's play bar 2. The big advantage of having your fingers together is that your second finger is already prepared. It's already in place while you play the notes before, you see. Let's play bar 2 again and then carry on. Listen to the tuning on this first finger. And now go straight to a 2, but try to leave your first finger on the string. And now you might lift the first finger off, because it needs to go to the D string. Shall we play bar 4 again? Starting on A. First finger, try to leave it down for a moment, that first finger, while you play 2. And now while I go from 2 to 3, my first finger crisscrosses to the D string. Have another look. Leave your first finger down, add your second finger, 3, and there goes the first finger. You see, I call this secondary finger action. So you're actually moving a finger that is not playing at that moment, because you're playing fingers 2 and 3. And while you play fingers 2 and 3, the first finger is hopping from the A string to the D string. I'll show you one more time, because this is complicated stuff, but it develops your technique so beautifully. You see, that's why I wanted to put this into this lesson. Okay, we're starting on A. Add the second finger, so both fingers are on the strings. 3. Hop your first finger across. So it's ready to play the first finger on D now. Keep these fingers low above the string, so be careful you don't lift them up completely. And now when I place my third finger, I'm placing fingers 2 and 3 together. Smashing so far, well done. Now look at my fingers. All 3 fingers are going to come down on the A string in their correct pattern. Can you see that? And now when you go to the D string, try to place all 3 fingers together again. That is very, very clever. And I want to practice this first time bar once more. So instead of playing the third finger only, I'm keeping my fingers really close. I'm working my hardest to place my 3 fingers together as one pattern. You might practice that dry a couple of times, so be careful not to lift them up completely, but keep them hovering just above the strings, like that. Okay, first time bar, here we go. And the good thing is you can practice again placing 3 fingers together, but this time on the D string here. Carry on back to the beginning. This is the repeat. Place 2 fingers together. Place fingers 2 and 3. And now hop finger 1 across. Place 2 fingers together. Second time bar. Try to use a 4th finger if you can. Here it comes. And one final suggestion. So you've played your 4th finger. Amazing. Leave your first finger down if you can while you add the second finger. Now that is superb technique practice. And I totally get it when people say to me, I find that really challenging, and that is what it is. But when you play challenging stuff and you push the boundaries, you are going to progress on your instrument. And that's my main aim, you see. So this is not to be nasty to you or to make it extremely difficult for no reason. You are going to progress much faster when you use this method. As I've said before, if you want me to check how your playing is developing, click the link to my website, and you can book lessons with me there. So I very much look forward to seeing you and trying to help you with just one or two things that might be stopping you progressing big time, because you've come so far. And I always keep saying this, I am totally in awe of people who are learning to play the violin by themselves. It's not easy, but you've come this way. This is lesson 60. So you have done brilliantly so far. If I can help you just sort out little things, then I'd be very pleased to do so. So thank you so much for watching right until the end of this video. I very much look forward to seeing you soon. Goodbye.